Hello everybody, Usum Gamer here, and welcome to the confirmation of Yokai Watch 4. Yes, Yokai Watch 4 has been confirmed to come out this year for the Nintendo Switch. 2018, believe me or not. Now, we're gonna be talking about the release, when is it gonna release, and some other things that they told us. Okay, so let's start. Yesterday, April 10, 2018, Yokai Watch 4 was announced for the Nintendo Switch. According to Ryokuta 2089, Yokai Watch 4 will be released for Nintendo's handheld console hybrid in Japan later this year. Akira Hino, the creator of Yokai Watch and CEO, the president of Level 5, said Yokai Watch 4 will have mechanics that surprise everybody and feature super extremely enhanced content. Last month, Hino said basically all of Level 5's future main will be released for Nintendo Switch. The game will feature a number of characters familiar to the fans of Yokai Watch Shadow Side anime, including Kiseki Amano, Amana Tsukinami, Natsume Amano, and Akinori Arioshi. I'm sorry, I can read that. Level 5 has yet to share any details regarding the potential release in the West. Yokai Watch 2 was released in two different versions for the Nintendo 3DS in 2016, and the third version last year. Meanwhile, Yokai Watch 3 has still yet to be released outside of Japan. Okay, Yokai Watch 4 has been announced for the Nintendo Switch. Japan is getting it this year. Outside of Japan, we are not getting it this year. Now, Yokai Watch 4 will be based on the movie Yokai Watch Shadow Side. If you haven't watched that movie or haven't heard about it, that movie came out last year, 2017, around November or December, and it was based on the daughter of Nate and the son of Nate. Basically, what happened is that this story takes place 30 years after the events of what happened in Yokai Watch, and all those three series of Yokai Watch the anime. So now we're not following Nate's story, we're not following Katie's stories, we cannot even see Bear, Eddie, none of them. We are now following Nate's daughter and Nate's son story. Now, Yokai Watch Shadow Side is a much darker story, as you can tell from the title, Shadow Side. So what happens is that there's this comet that appears in the world, and supposedly it contains little tiny demons, kind of yokai, that goes inside your human body and turns you kind of like into an oni. Now, there is the Oni King, which is the return of the Oni King, because supposedly that's like the best yokai, not the best yokai, one of the powerful yokais, and now he's come to the earth to take over the earth, and just cause destruction. So what happens is that during the years, Nate grows up. From a kid, he turns into a teenager. From a teenager, he goes to college. From college, he turns into an adult. And yeah, during those years, he loses the ability to see yokai. So now he cannot see yokai anymore. I'm not sure how that happened. Did he one day to another? Did he lose his watch? I'm not sure. Did Whisper said, he's growing up, Jabanian, it's time to leave him. Took the watch, erased his memories, and now doesn't even know. He probably knows he met yokai, but like when you grow up, you keep things from your childhood in your mind, but you keep growing up, you learn new stuff, you learn new people, and once you go to college, university, you start hanging out with your friends, don't spend time with your family. So he forgot about yokai as he grew up, and basically he cannot see yokai anymore. Now, what happens is that now the Nate's son. I'm not sure if Nate's son is actually the bad guy. I'm not sure. I've seen him in the trailer, but I'm not sure. I really have to watch the movie. I haven't watched it. But Nate's daughter gets the yokai watch, which is now a newer yokai watch. So what happens is that every yokai you knew now, like Jibanyan, Komasan, Whisper, have a shadow side and a light side. So they're much, much darker. So yeah, this is not the Nate, like the little fancy, kind of like funny Nate we saw. Not even, this is not the yokai watch we knew. Like, this is a much darker, deeper story than ever. And that's basically what yokai is, because yokai watch is supposed to be, about little kind of creatures, ghosts that go around causing troubles and inspiriting you. So yeah, they make it seem a little bit, funny and all stuff because it's for kids. But Yokai Watch Side is just basically way different. Okay, they're starting to change the thing, and that's awesome. I mean, who doesn't want that? You want a little tiny thing. You look up Pokemon. It's from you start your own adventure, and now it's to basically battling like super Pokemon, saving the world, saving your friend's mom. It's changed during the years, and that's awesome because you can now see that this is not a kid's game anymore. It's kind of like more deeper, darker story that it is, and that's what Yokai Watch is all about. So so that's what happens. Whisper has a different kind of way he looks. Japanyan also has a way to look. Komasan has a way to look. Everybody has changed. Even Slimemander has kind of like a humanoid form. He's not a human, but he looks more, instead of those three-headed, I think he has kind of like his heads on his arms. Both heads on his arms. And a big head, on his head. So yeah, they've changed. It's really awesome. I can't wait to see the movie, but that's what the game on the Nintendo Switch is mostly going to be based off, the Shadow Side version. So now you know what happens. Now you will be playing as Nate's daughter or Nate's son instead of Nate and Katie. Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Oh yeah, who did Nate marry at the end? If I'm not mistaken, I think it was Katie, because who else could he marry? I mean, there were so many girls on the anime, but I thought he was gonna marry what's called Inaho, which was the girl from Yokai Watch 3 that could also see yokai. But at the end, I think it was Katie. So yeah, I mean, why not? But yeah, that's what happened. Now let's go to Yokai Watch 3, Busters, Sangokushi, and Yokai Watch Busters 2. What will happen to those games? So those games have already released in Japan, but outside Japan they haven't released. Yokai Watch 3 has 3 versions. Yokai Watch Tempura, Sushi, and the third version, Sukiyaki. Just like Yokai Watch 2, Bony Spirits, Fleshy Souls, and Psychic Specters. 2 versions released 1 year, and the third version released the second year. Now, Busters has also 3 versions. You don't know what Busters is? It basically is kind of like Blasters, Yokai Watch Blasters. They changed the name. It's you control the yokai and then you just battle other yokai. It's a really fun game. Now that one has 3 versions, if I'm not mistaken. Has Yokai Watch Busters, Red Cat Team, Yokai Watch Busters, I think it's Dog Team because Komasan is a dog, and the third version, which I think released the 1 year after the release of those 2 versions of Yokai Watch Busters, it was Yokai Watch Busters Moon Rabbit Team. So, we haven't gotten those games. Plus, Yokai Watch Busters 2, I think it only has one version. And then we have Yokai Watch Sengokushi. So, Sengokushi is based on like Fire Emblem, where you move all those characters and you basically battle other yokai. So, will we get that game? I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Surprisingly, I've seen the gameplay. It's not, I don't like it, but okay, I'm gonna be straight. I don't like the game because I kind of don't like those games where you have to move your character from here and then another character and all stuff. Yeah, and I'm not saying I hate Fire Emblem. It has really good story. All those characters are awesome, but I really don't like those kind of games. So yeah, don't hate me for that. If you like them, I respect your opinion. If you don't, well, I still respect your opinion. It's just my opinion on those games. Will we get it? I'm not sure. If we do get it, hey, we got it. You know, we can play it. If we get it, I'm gonna be happy. If we don't get it, well, I don't know. I'm just gonna be like, okay, so yeah, I'm not saying I don't want it. If we do get it, I'm gonna be happy, you know, play it and all stuff. Now, Yokai Watch Busters, it's a popular game over there in Japan. Since the beginning when it released, it became really famous that there was a Yokai Watch 2. Yokai Watch Busters 2. Now that one has 3 versions. As Bony Spirits and Fleshy Souls, 2 versions will release one year, and then the Moon Rabbit team will release the next year. Now, for those, they said right here, where is it? Basically, of Level 5's future main will release on Nintendo Switch. So does it mean that Yokai Watch Busters, Yokai Watch 3, and if we get Sengokushi, will release on Switch? I'm not sure. Now, Yokai Watch 3 has released for Nintendo 3DS, but we haven't gotten it outside of Japan. And I don't think they'll do this. Okay, I can see Yokai Watch Busters and Busters 2 and even Sengokushi on Nintendo Switch. But Yokai Watch 3, I cannot see it on my head for Nintendo Switch. It just doesn't make sense. So, I think that Yokai Watch 3, we might actually get it this year. Even Sukiyaki next year, just that we can get Yokai Watch 4 on 2020 for the Nintendo Switch outside of Japan. Why am I saying this? Because Yokai Watch, the anime, has 3 series, and outside of Japan, we only have gotten 2 series, which is Yokai Watch, the first series based on Yokai Watch 1, the second series based of Yokai Watch 2, and the third series based off Yokai Watch 3. Now, the second series ended last year, so many people are wondering, will we get the third series this year? I'm not sure, but if there's a high chance we might get the series this year, and if we do get the series, that means that we'll be getting Yokai Watch 3 this year. And I also think this Series 3 is also connected to Yokai Watch Busters for some reason. I'm not sure. I've heard that. But yeah, I'm not sure what's gonna go. I don't think that a game they already have for 3DS, they'll remake it for Nintendo Switch. I don't see that they have time to do that. So I can see Busters and Sengokushi being on Nintendo Switch, but Yokai Watch 3, I cannot see on Nintendo Switch. So yeah, there you have it, guys. Nintendo 4, Yokai Watch 4 confirmed for Nintendo Switch. Tell me in the comments down below, what do you think of all of this? I'm really excited to see what kind of surprises they give us with Yokai Watch 4. What do you think? Will Yokai Watch 3 be released? Would they even skip Yokai Watch 3 and even all those games, Yokai Watch Busters and Gokushi, would they skip all those games and just head to Yokai Watch 4? I don't think so, because they still have to give us season 3 of the anime and also give us Yokai Watch 3. But I don't think they'll do that, so they'll just give us Yokai Watch 3 this year and then head to Yokai Watch 4, and then after we can get Busters for Nintendo Switch. But guys, that has done it for this video. Make sure to like, subscribe, tell me in the comments down below what do you think of all of this, and I'm gonna catch you next time. Peace.